Stop being curious about the end times. I am a member of the Faithful Remnant Church of these apocalyptic end times that we are living in. All the messages quoted are merely excerpts from www.testimonyofthethewowitnesses.com. We are guided by Pope Peter the Last, also called Petrus Romanus, who is the last true pope of this era and is also one of the two witnesses spoken of in the book of Revelations, chapter 11. Then I, Daniel, looked, and behold, two others stood, one on this bank of the stream, and one on that bank of the stream. And I said to the man clothed in linen, who was above the waters of the stream, How long shall it be till the end of these wonders? When morning dawned, the angels urged Lot, saying, Flee for your life, do not look back or stop anywhere in the valley, flee to the hills, lest you be consumed. But when you see the desolating sacrilege set up where it ought not to be, then let those who are in Judea flee to the mountains. Let him who is on the housetop not go down, nor enter his house to take anything away, and let him who is in the field not turn back to take his mantle. For in those days there will be such tribulation as has not been from the beginning of the creation which God created until now, and never will be. And if the Lord had not shortened the days, no human being would be saved, but for the sake of the elect whom he chose, he shortened the days. And then if anyone says to you, Look, here is the Christ, or look, there he is, do not believe it. False Christs and false prophets will arise and show signs and wonders to lead astray, if possible, the elect. But take heed, I have told you all things beforehand. Now Jesus has spoke from his throne in heaven to his two witnesses. Jesus said, Were my disciples concerned with the end times, my children? I simply gave them what they needed to know at the time. I simply told them the signs to look for, and that is how they would know that they are in the end. The devil would love to distract my faithful remnant from being purified by focusing them on all the end times distractions. It is sufficient that my faithful remnant know that they are living in the time of the end, that they are living in the time spoken of by Saint Gabriel in the book of Daniel. It is sufficient that they know what they need to focus on spiritually in order to survive. When a tsunami is over to overtake a city and the sirens are going off continually to warn the people of imminent danger, what attitude does the people who are in harm's way need to be in order to survive the deluge? Do they sit and think about the coming tsunami and ponder what started it, where it came from? Does anyone else know? Who of my family knows about the tsunami? Or, when they hear the sirens, do they run to the hills? Which attitude is going to help them to survive, the hearer or the doer? And then, when the doer is safely out of harm's way at the top of the hill, perhaps he or she can find some time to reflect on what happened to their town that was consumed by the deluge of waters. But the ones who stayed in their homes, reflecting and even thinking perhaps, it is not really happening, the sirens are not really going off, they were clinging to their house and it was swept away by the flood. Now, there is a global tsunami, a global flood of demons that is being released in waves upon the face of the earth. And now, in these times, people have two choices. They can get all tangled up in the web of conspiracy theories, trying to decode and figure out the end times, or they can seek to find out how to survive the flood that has come upon the world, the flood of evil spirits that are literally consuming people as they sleep. The Illuminati know how curious people are, so they put out little pieces of their satanic puzzle out there for people to nibble at from time to time to try to figure out their grand scheme. And for what? So that when people come across my testimony, they will simply reject it because it does not coincide with their beliefs. Because they became so consumed with knowing all about the devil's kingdom in the world and focused only on all of the Luciferian agenda out there that they actually became consumed by the Illuminati propaganda. And the Illuminati will put many truths out on various websites and various video channels. They will leak out so much of their agenda, but then insert one or two absurd thoughts so that the viewer will simply dismiss everything, throw it all out. And when those same people visit my website and they see those same truths being shared about the one world Luciferian agenda, then they simply dismiss my testimony as being a conspiracy or even a hoax. And the one world government Illuminati propaganda worked. I do not want my faithful remnant followers focused on knowing everything about the devil's kingdom to the neglect of their spiritual purification. It is enough that they know the devil's kingdom is real and is of the world. It is enough that they know that they are under spiritual attack every day and even through the night. It is enough that they know that the enemy sows seeds against the truth that has been revealed to them in the night. It is enough that they know that nighttime prayers are essential as the demons are very active at night. It is enough that my faithful remnant know the deliverance prayers and they know how to find relief for their souls and how to access heavenly graces so that they are able to grow spiritually. But I do not want any of my faithful remnant church involving themselves with conspiracy theory websites or videos. When they search online for knowledge about the end times outside my testimony, they can only find confusion. They can only find distortion. They can only find lies mixed with some truths. It only takes a drop of poison to make the whole cup lethal. My faithful remnant cannot drink the cup of demons and the cup of eternal life. That's not how it works. Remember, the enemy used curiosity the first time with mankind to get them to lose paradise. So, I am asking my faithful remnant to stop being curious about the end times and especially about the devil's kingdom. I am asking them to stay away from spiritually toxic filth that can only damage their souls. I am asking my faithful remnant to cling even more tightly to my word, moving through my testimony and in their interior lives. Because that is the only way that any of you are going to survive.